Good afternoon, team. Today I want to talk about AI agents. Now, this has been a terminology that's been thrown around in the last, I'm going to say 3 months-ish. And this is a new terminology that's being used a lot. And a lot in not the right ways, essentially, especially from the media where they're portraying essentially AI taking over the world and replacing everyone's jobs. But it is getting used a lot in the industry, especially because I work in it, around how AI agents are going to essentially enhance our entire workload of what we do individually and essentially replace all the mundane, repetitive tasks that we do on a daily basis. Now, the difference here is that I've been talking about AI agents in a different context the last 12 to 18 months. And what I mean by that is AI automation, right? So artificial intelligence automation is around the business process improvement, automating all the mundane tasks, repetitive tasks, etc., 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 right? And so that process that we always go through to actually automate everything is a combination of what we're now calling AI agents, except the new terminology around AI agents is every individual agent sitting across every department or role in an organization and doing those tasks for that individual, which is somewhat similar. I've been doing a lot of deep diving and research into the differences and the context and what does this mean for you as an employee in the organization as a business. And the closest I can come to where this actually will make a huge difference for yourself and your business and your role is the data that we have in our organization. This data, what I've seen this last 12 to 18 months in organizations, actually I've seen this for the last 20 years to be honest, but the last 12 to 18 months in this space is most organizations don't have clean data. This data set that we have in our business is very, let's call it, not managed, not looked after. We have duplicate of records, triple, quadruple bits of information, data set. Like essentially it's not maintained well. Where I believe the benefit will come from an AI agent will be maintaining, updating, and keeping this data clean. Now, will this be available instantly and not cost you too much money? Definitely not. There's still a bit of a process to go through to build these AI agents up and get these to a point that it'll be able to manage your data for you. But that's where I see in 2025, and it's powering through pretty quickly what I'm seeing in the industry right now. Let's call it end of first quarter, second quarter, maybe middle of the year. If we don't have AI agents actively doing this for not too much cost, say by the middle of 2025, then my prediction will be wrong. But I think we're going to pretty damn close to it, to be honest. And why do I think this? Because of the state of how fast this technology is moving and how people are experimenting in so many different ways to make this process happen seamlessly for business, right? As an example, where I'm seeing a lot of use cases for AI agents now is what we've been doing in our AI automation space, which is around integrating of systems, implementing different API sets, integrating systems together, transferring data from one system to another system. That's what AI agents are essentially doing. It's what we've been doing for a long time, and that's why I've been not really sure the differences between an AI agent and what we already do. And so that's, super interesting. Where I think it's going to add so much value from a business perspective is this standardization across all the different systems, being able to update and store this information or our data around a company very seamlessly. Think of it like a CRM system. Think of, say, your HubSpot, your Xero accounting system, your proposal softwares, all the way through to your maybe your Dynamics or your Odoo ERP systems, and having a seamless integration and updating of all these records seamlessly, essentially, that's going to be absolute game changer. Where I think it'll also add a lot of value is around the continuous monitoring of this information. So what we've had to do in the past is build individual API connections. These individual API connections then need to be monitored and updated and changed on a monthly, if not quarterly basis. you'll be able to have these AI agents do this for you. And then obviously you've got to monitor the AI agents, but you're monitoring one subset of AI agents, you're not monitoring every individual data point, and that information then will be managed and updated for you, which I think will be absolutely crucial. The other thing is it's got to eliminate a lot of this poor data management, let's call it. I call it poor data management, but let's call it non-existent data management in a lot of businesses that I see. Essentially 99% of businesses don't manage their data correctly. And so you won't have to worry about this ever again, is my big prediction, which I think is pretty damn cool. Now, will that be in 2025? I think if we put our mind to it and we really want to have that in our business, then yes, it can be. But as these AI agents start becoming like off-the-shelf type of bots that you can buy and implement, I don't know if it'll be in 2025, but if you do want this in your business from a customization point of view, then absolutely you can have it. So I think that's pretty damn cool, right? And so I just wanted to run this past you, get your thoughts on have you been hearing about AI agents in your industry, in your business? Has anyone been talking about it? Is it still very new? As I said, this terminology is only really coming to light this last few months or so, but I think it's a pretty cool scenario on how we can take us to the next level of AI already. Now we're only talking about 2 years. Like, even though I've been in AI for 6 years now, we're essentially in the consumer market, in the ChatGPT, in the OpenAI market of what the consumers have had access to. We're only talking 2 years. Now we're talking about AI agents. So we're only like literally 2.5 years in from this game changer literally game changing an industry, game changing every industry essentially, within 2.5 year period, which is just it's revolutionized. It's insane how fast this is going. So keen for your thoughts. Give us your feedback. Really keen to dive into this conversation further. I'm going to be studying this very closely over the coming months, and really keen to provide this information and updates to you guys as I see it come through. All right, guys, let me know your thoughts. Cheers.